It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. Park City ski patrollers returned to the slopes today, feeling victorious. After a 12-day labor strike, the Patrollers Union won its prime request, a $2 hourly pay raise for all patrollers. They will start soon at $23 an hour. Some senior specialty patrollers will make nearly $8 more per hour. Here in Summit, the Breckenridge Ski Patrollers Union is pursuing a similar raise. They meet with the resort this summer for a new contract. But these local talks have been much less volatile.
We are quite fortunate to have a very good relationship not only with our patrol director but also local mountain management.
That was Breck patroller and union member Victoria Bartel.
Despite maybe coming from different sides, I think we were able to have a lot of civil, productive conversations at the table.
The Keystone Ski Patrollers Union is negotiating its first contract right now. They adopted a union last spring. Keystone talks will likely continue through end of this season, and like Breck, they've been respectful. There is no hint of a strike at Keystone. Returning County Commissioner Nina Waters was just appointed to 14 state and local boards. Nearly half of them have to do with water.
Funnily enough, Commissioner Waters deals a lot in the water world here in Summit County.
But her name, it's just a coincidence. Water is a big reason this former raft guide ran for county office.
It's a really important subject to have someone who cares deeply and passionately about water.
She knows water in the West is complicated, but also taken for granted. So she compares it to toilet paper.
We've seen what happens when a dwindling resource such as toilet paper goes away, and that's just toilet paper. So imagine an actual resource that we need to live and survive were to be that dire.
This year, Commissioner Waters represents Summit on the Colorado River District, which is halfway through raising $99 million for the Shoshone Water Plant in Glenwood Canyon. She also represents the Upper Colorado River Basin on the State Water Conservation Board, which is trying to balance drinking water with farming and recreation demands. In sports, the Avalanche play the Wild today at 6. Experts tell the Denver Post the Broncos will most likely replace 24-year-old Mile High Stadium in coming years, not because owners need a new stadium, because they want one. Sports and development pros believe the Broncos will mimic the Rockies, building a neighborhood around their new stadium with retail and residential to pay for it. And in local sports, today on the Warmup, the defending state champion Summit High ski teams are the last of their kind.
They'll be separating Nordic and Alpine. I guess you could say Summit is indefinitely the skiing state championship winners for both the boys and the girls.
That was Tigers Endurance star Ella Hagen, now a senior on the Nordic team. But why did Chassis split the state titles? Tigers Alpine coach Carl Barth says the bylaws changed.
Eagle Valley lost their Alpine team. Those kids couldn't ski for Battle Mountain because Eagle Valley would still have a ski team. So they split it so that you could have one or the other or both.
But does this change anything for his skiers?
Obviously, we're going to go out, and so is Nordic, to try to do what we always do.
The Tigers Alpine team was back on snow today for the season opener at Copper. Tomorrow, the Nordic team races in Aspen. This is the warm-up with high school ski racers. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.